guys, here to bring you a new video. This week we're going to be doing the Hobbit theme song from Lord of the Rings, or the Hobbit movie. You've probably heard it before. It's pretty straightforward, and it plays only on the A or the D string, which is nice. So there's minimal string crossing, but it's one of the most heartwarming, beautiful tunes you'll really ever hear. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's get started. First one you're going to play is an open D. Second note you're going to go to is a 1 on the D. Take your first finger and put it right on the D string. Third note is 2 on the D string. Next note is an A, open A string. Next note is a 2 on the D again. Take your 2 off and keep your 1 finger down. And then the last part of the section is an open D note. And what you're going to want to do is slur those first 3 notes. And slurring is just where you play a designated amount of notes during one bow stroke. So instead of doing them, it's now, and it's a little smoother, and it makes the music flow nicer. So you're going to slur those 3 notes, and I'll play the section that we just went over a little faster for you. Now the next section starts with 2 fingers on the D string, to an open A, to a 1 on the A, to a 1, 2, 3 fingers on the A. Take your 3rd finger off, keep your 2nd finger and 1st finger down. Take your 2nd finger and your 1st finger off to an open A. Back to a 2 on the D string. 3 fingers down on the D string. 2 fingers on the D string. 1 finger on the D string. And that section altogether sounds like this. So then altogether, those 2 sections, the first half of the song sounds like this. So the second half to this song is very similar to the first part, except that there's a few slight note changes, like 2 or 3 of them, and a couple rhythmic changes that we'll go over. So, second half, you're going to start just like you did on the first. Open D, 1 on the D, 2 on the D, open A, 2 on the D, 1 on the D, open D, 2 on the D, open A, 1 on the A, open A, 2 on the D, 3 on the D, to 2 on the D, to 1 on the D, to open D. So all together, that second half is like this. That's pretty much it, guys, for the whole song. I'm gonna play the whole thing through for you slowly now, so you can follow along and get the notes down, and then we'll go back and I'll show you the slurs and the rhythm changes. So here we go, all the way through. So in the first half, you want to slur those 3 notes, the first 3. And then you can do all the rest separate. The next part, I usually slur the next 2 notes, like that, and then do the rest single. Until here, where you slur the last 3. Now the second half right now, slur the first 3 again. The next 2 are going to be slurred just like the first half. And then I slur these last 3. So that's where all the slurs are in the song. If you don't want to do the slurs, that's totally fine. I just like how it sounds more like that. Now the last part we're going to go over is the rhythm, because the rhythm is different for everyone who plays their own version of the song. It's different in the Hobbit movie compared to the Lord of the Rings movie, and people all over YouTube will play it in different ways with different patterns. So in the second half, compared to the first half I like to take the first 3 notes a little slower. Whereas in the second half, I like to speed them up a little bit and take it like this. Instead of... And that slight variation gives the song, or the second half at least, it catches you off guard, and it just kind of pops a little more with the differences between the 2. And the next thing I like to do in the second half is... So the notes there are a little different than they are in the first part of this video. Open D, 1 on the D, 2 on the D, open A, 2 on the D, 1 on the D, open D, 2 on the D, open D. And again, it's just a slight variation that adds a different contrast and a different sound to the second half. And the very last thing I like to do in this second part is It's a tiny little drop of an open A before you put your first finger down on the A string. And it kind of gives the song a folky, if you know Lord of the Rings, like a shirey kind of feel. It's pretty much just, I'll start a little before that, so. You just go from that open A to that 1 on the A quickly. So, I'm going to play this second half for you guys one last time, the way I usually do it. And here we go. Alright, so now I'm going to play the whole song through for you one more time. And I'm going to include all of the accents and patterns that we added in the second half. I hope this video was fun for you guys. This is one of my favorite songs to play on the violin. It sounds great, and the melody just fits this instrument absolutely perfectly. So yeah, leave some comments. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Suggestions are always welcome as to new videos that I'll put out in the future. And hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.